Now you can compare your conversions with your competitors and find out where you can improve to maximize your Amazon sales. And all of this is possible with the Amazon Search Query Performance Report. Watch this video where our guest Oleg Zaidiner shows how to use this report and how to combine it with the brand analytics and Amazon PPC data to get all the important insights about your Amazon business performance.
Hello, Oleg. I'm really excited to have you here on Orange Klik channel today to talk about some tactics, how sellers could use Amazon's search query performance data to win their niche and be the best sellers on the market. But before we go into that, could you first introduce yourself and also let us know how aNavigator helps Amazon sellers?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me here. I think last time we did it 2 years ago, and I believe it was the same subject, but we didn't have the search query performance tools before. So yes, I'm Oleg Zaidiner from aNavigator. We help brands scale on Amazon, right? We provide revenue management services, as we call it. So like we call ourselves as a chief revenue officer in your company. So like you care about your products, you make it the best in the world, you do all the delivery, all the shipments, everything, and we make happen that you get maximum sales possible. This is what we do for our clients. And both me and my partner, we started as Amazon sellers ourselves before. And so we spent in this many years combined. I don't know, I think it's more than 10. Yeah.
So you're very aware of the different pain points that Amazon sellers have, and you know how's the life of an Amazon sellers and how much there are to take care of, right?
Yeah. I've been in the shoes myself and my partner as well. And I sold my business just year before COVID. So, and it was a nice experience. And the reason I sold it, I'm totally honest about it. I really enjoyed this revenue management part of things, like all this PPC pricing strategies, competition, all the digital part, but I really hate all the logistic part and yeah. So I focus on things that I really like and enjoy.
Cool. So now you're able to focus on what you enjoy the most, and probably that helps you to also be the best at what you do. So today, as we said before, you're here to share some very interesting tactics for Amazon sellers, how they could use this first-party data, which is now available, which wasn't available before for the sellers. So I know you prepared some slides for us as well. So go ahead, share your screen, and let's dive straight into it.
I want to start with the clear promise, like as I try to be very precise on all the presentations. By the end of these presentations, I want you to be clear and confident how to use SQPD, we call it. Some people call it differently, Search Query Performance Dashboard, to get edge with the competition, and you can implement it from, I hope, today. Okay, this is my promise for you. And again, as you told, I've been in the shoes of Amazon seller myself, and we work with dozens of sellers today. And what's going on is the profit today on Amazon is mostly organic sales. I don't know, you probably saw it already. You have more and more this sponsored placement in every niche, and cost per click going higher and competition going higher. And like when I started in 2016, I knew people that were able to do like very successful product launches and businesses without any advertisement spend. And nowadays, I don't know about such cases. Maybe there are some, but I'm not aware. So yeah, it's getting tough and tough, but still, again, you probably like all of the Orange Klik audience know it. This is a main key of Amazon algorithm, is by generating some orders, and enough conversions, you can get eventually organics. Like to get organics in Google, you need to do different things, but in Amazon, you just generate sales, more sales, and you get organics. And eventually, everyone was doing the same, right, for years. But today we have a clear tool to see how it works, why it doesn't work, and what should I do next, right? This is the main purpose of this search query performance. So we can see organic performance of every keyword that we work on, right? And just a short remark, I enjoy playing with data, with spreadsheets. My background is computer science. And I know for most people, it's not exactly like this, right? So, and we did our best to combine this search query performance with another data sets from Amazon and make it as easy for you as possible, okay? It's not the big button, send me money. We're not there yet. Maybe next version with all this chat GPT thing, but we are on the way, right, to make it easy for you. Okay, I want to show just short case before, just how we use the same strategy. For one brand, they came to us in 21, okay, and it was stable business. They just wanted, okay, guys, you know what you're doing, just take care, give me some like free time. And we understand that the organic is not used to the full potential, because this is a popular case. People want to keep the advertisement low, profitable, low budget, and then you not generate enough sales and you not get enough organics. So what happened to this business? This is a seller board screenshot. I hope it's big enough you can see it and people aware of it. And we saw it's little bit a seasonal product like Q4, as for many cases. And we understand that if we can push organics, we can get to the next level. And we saw it in December 21, that like it's working really well. And then we did December 22, and it's past COVID, so it usually was like less for many of our clients. But in this specific case, we get maximum leverage of all the organics. And we already used SQPD. I think it started in October. I'm not perfect with the dates. So, and I hope you can do similar with your brand. Okay, so what can we do with SQP, search query performance? And tactic number one that I think, like, I'm super excited about it when they started. I don't know about you, but for me as a data nerd, I'm super excited because now I can compare our conversion to competitors' conversions. Because before we had no such tools. Like it was like assumption, okay, is it good enough? Like we push some advertisement, we get organics, probably our conversion is good enough. But now we have a tool, and it's not in SQPD only. You need to combine it with brand analytics, and we did it for you already. And in the end of the presentation, I will share the link so you can download the spreadsheet and use it for your brand. So basically, this is how it looks. You pull the data from search query performance, you pull the data from brand analytics, put it in this Google spreadsheet, and this is what can you see. Again, I hope it's big enough for your screen. And this yellow, it shows our SQPD conversion. So our conversion for the blood pressure machine keyword is 7%. And then like dark green and lighter green, it's a conversion of the players from brand analytics. This is another amazing data set we use. So we can clearly see for this specific product, for blood pressure machine with conversion 7% is below top player that hold this keyword. And next slide I show you, it's probably bad idea to push for this keyword and spend money. However, this is the biggest keyword in the niche, right? And but the same product for the keyword pressure machine, which is a low volume keyword, our conversion is more than top players. Okay, and this is a keyword that we can push more and get even more organics. Okay, so you can check it keyword by keyword, you know, and really understand. And again, there is a A/B test tools on Amazon, but this is the main A/B test for all the changes we do with the listing, with the pricing, and so on and so on. So, yeah, like I think this is a foundation. Like every e-commerce is, if conversion is done right, like everything is easy. If conversion is not, you will struggle. Okay, makes sense?
Yeah, everything makes sense and very clear visual. I think initially in Amazon, there are so many different columns. It could be a little bit overwhelming for the sellers, but looking how probably by using your file, it's so much easier, and you kind of understand straight away what kind of metrics we are looking at.
Absolutely, yeah. I was really, we were doing a lot of brainstorm to make it as actionable as possible, and I hope it is. Okay, and the next thing, what we can do with search query performance is really understand how PPC spend we like spend, and we spend a lot nowadays, and this is a big part of the P&L report, how it really works on organics. What we've been doing before, and like all sellers probably remember, we used to use all the keyword trackers. So okay, let's spend 10 days advertisement and see if we getting like position organically better. But it's very fuzzy metrics, I would say. And later, most people started to measure it in a TACoS, like total advertisement cost of sale. So basically we measure, okay, we spend advertisement like this and we get organic. So, but the problem, in my opinion, with TACoS, it's like average. And now with SQPD, we can do it keyword by keyword. And again, in most cases, of course, there is some different niches like cosmetics many times, but in most niches, what we see, 5-10 keywords doing like 80% of the business. And what we do, and I strongly suggest, you need to check it daily, because all those keywords this is your main income, right? And if you not keep your hand on this pulse, you're probably missing something. And now we can do it with SQPD, and this is the same spreadsheet, same example. And now the yellow part is as it was before, is a SQPD report. So we get 14 organics, clicks, 1 order, 9 clicks, 1 order, the conversion. But the blue one is a performance of advertisement. So we can see clearly for the first keyword, we generated 80 orders, and it brought us only 14 clicks organically and 1 order, right? So it not really works well, because we saw our conversion is below top player. And the pressure machine keyword, we generated only 4 orders, and we get much more, like relatively much more organics. And I didn't put it here, but this thing is much better to compare like week by week in the timeline. So it's not static, it's always dynamic. But again, I wanted to make it as useful and as simple as possible. So what we do, we just keep it like this is week 8, week 9, week 10, and you can see the dynamics. Okay, so again, main idea to see how my spend works, because most people, they care, okay, let's make TACOS good, like let's make ACOS good, ROS, whatever you measure. We don't want to spend on pressure machine ACOS more than 50%. But in this case, I don't care about ACOS of pressure machine. Okay, up to like 80%, 100%, if it generates me a lot of organics. Okay. And the third one, the tactic that I wanted to share with you is, we call it who takes your money, right? This is about competition. And we use this keyword internally a lot, the market share, like what is my market share? But we have a very limited abilities to measure it. There is some tools, you can see it in Helium, but it's not very useful. There is a product opportunity explorer from Amazon, which is very precise market share, but it's click share and it's year around. So it's like you cannot see the dynamics over there. But now with this QPD, you can see it as well. And it's relatively new option. I see many people that don't know it yet. It works only in SQPD in async view. Again, I didn't brought the, like how to click. I hope like all the Orange Click audience very educated how to use these tools. So if you go to async view, for every keyword you can see the thing. And sorry, I have to blur it because it's a real client data. So we can see, like for given keyword, for example, this pressure machine, right? We can see the volume, the impressions, and we get 0.2 impression share. But what we can see, this is other competitors that took impression from the same keyword. And again, you can see it on the weekly basis. And this is especially important for when you really fight for bestseller or you one of the top 5, because small change in pricing or whatever they do in ad budget of the competitors change everything. So, and I even remember it from my times of being an Amazon seller many times, and I see it today from few of our clients as well. It's like, yeah, this is my main competitor. Why do you think so? I think so because they looks really like my product and they made in country X. I try to be politically correct, but you know, everyone has the country they hate. And they do it, they take business from me. Say, okay, let's see the numbers. And usually you don't see them here, like they just somehow similar to your product, and you take it personally. But I strongly suggest to see this report again weekly for your main competitors, so you can see it exactly, like if someone came here and started to get more and more impressions, probably they spend a lot of like advertisement. If they started to take clicks, it's even worse. Maybe they have some 7 days deal or something. So it's an amazing tool to keep an eye on the competition. Okay, this is the 3 main tactics. We have a few dozens more, but I think this is essential, right? And I try to make it again, like number 1, you can clearly see conversion keyword by keyword against top players in the brand analytics. And if your conversion is below the market, something wrong. You cannot like go through, right? If you're, and again, there is a tools to improve conversion, like pricing, positioning, reviews, etc., right? This is a part of another, and I believe you have a lot of content on Orange Click, how to make your listing better and your offer better, right? And then number two is you can clearly measure impact of your PPC spend on the organics, right? Because I think this is one of the main tools we have today to grow on Amazon, as we need to generate some sales, mostly by PPC for some keywords, and then we get promoted organically. And number three, you can really see who you're fighting with. Because again, for me, it's very clear that Amazon is a zero-sum game, unfortunately, right? There is a specific amount of people this week that would buy this blood pressure machine, for example, as we saw. And if I don't take this market share, my competitor will. So it's all about taking the market share from someone else, you know, like, I hope you do it the white way competition and not all the black hat tactics, right? But this is a fight. Okay. And if you want to get this Google Sheet with videos, how to do it, how to use it, how to fill it, so you can give it to your virtual assistant or your team member, or you can do it yourself. This is a link, or you can use the barcode, QR code with a phone. You can download the copy of this Google Sheet, and we update it every few weeks. We try to make it better and better. And if you have feedback, for sure, we will be happy to update it and make it even better for you. Okay, I don't like to be too much in monologue, but I did. I hope it was helpful.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much, Oleg, for this introduction to search query performance data, and giving very valuable tips, actually, how sellers could start using the data they now have from Amazon. We have recorded a few videos in the past about a similar topic, but I think it's still quite a new dashboard for Amazon sellers. As you said, not a lot of sellers are using it yet, and as I mentioned before, it's kind of like overwhelming when you once like open the dashboard, and now you have the opportunity to download the data as well. So, okay, what do you do after you download it? So I think like your presentation showed clearly what could be the first steps, how to do so. But one question I see that sellers often have about this new first-party data is that they don't understand if Amazon is displaying organic sales and clicks and impressions, or is this dashboard also including PPC data?
Yes, this is a very interesting question, and we had like endless discussion about it. The documentation, of course, is very vague and fuzzy. But what we see, because we did some experiments for some products, we like do zero PPC. And for some we do some, and we do sponsored display, and so we did some experiments to reverse engineer the stuff, and our conclusion, again, like, it's reverse engineering, it's not my insider data from Amazon, it's a search part of the organics, because organics could be like overall organic. So if they saw you organically similar product compare from another one, it's not count with things. So it's like the general behavior. Someone was looking for pressure machine, click us, this is counts for sure. If they click someone else and then clicked us, I'm not 100% sure, right? But still, Amazon is a search engine, and if you not sell the products, we see more fuzziness with this data for more expensive products, because products they cost like 200, 300, people much more choosy, so they search and they go this one and yeah, and then data get less precise. But again, this is the best what we have for now, and I hope in next quarter, year, they will give us another data set, and we'll make it easy for you as well.
Okay, and probably we could assume that some changes will come in the near future, because I think as long as we have been having the access to the dashboard, there already have been some changes, right?
Yeah. It's changing a lot. They added this the number 3 that I showed. You can see exactly the competitors, and you have a download button. It's relatively fresh. We use some Chrome extensions to extract the data before. And also, again, this is another subject for discussion. Amazon Marketing Cloud, the huge database they use to pull, we see more data over there, and probably they slowly will put it back, and we will see. I hope so. Yes.
So definitely interesting times right now.
Yeah.
But what would you say? You commented very briefly about using third-party tools for analyzing data or getting data. How much do you recommend now using those tools in addition to Amazon own data? Or, for example, is your practice to use both together in some ways?
In my past, I developed a third-party tool myself. It's Amazon. It was a market analytics tool that we did. So we scrape Amazon, and my opinion, we still use the keyword trackers just to like for double check things. But to be honest, like in most cases, we don't need it anymore, right? Again, you can have some specific tactics that it can be useful, and I see it less and less and less and less useful.
Yeah, interesting. So before we finish for the day, I wanted to once more ask from you, can you give us an overview of what kind of services exactly do you offer with aNavigator, and with what kind of sellers do you usually work together with?
Yeah, thank you. Basically, we do revenue management, right? So like for every brand we work with, we do check all the competitors. We understand all this conversion. We measure it daily, and we have a dedicated person that check it every morning, so you don't have to worry by yourself, right? And of course, we manage all the PPC if needed, but sometimes we work with your PPC team. So like we just, if make it super easy, we your data science revenue manager, co-founder, partner, you call it, right? And our job is to make your revenue grow and your profit grow. And so we sit with you in the table. We do a lot of like discussion, especially with the small brands. We kind of part of the team, right? For big companies, sometimes we like talk only to CMO or something, but with the most Amazon sellers, we're part of the C team, right? So yeah, we bring a lot of knowledge, and we just don't consult, we do things, right? So we execute everything that we want.
Okay, and what's the best way to learn more? What's the website or an email address? What would be the best for asking more information about it?
The best way to reach out to me is LinkedIn. I'm not social media person, but LinkedIn, I try to keep it at my best. So you can find me on LinkedIn, Oleg Zaidiner or aNavigator, right? And there is a button, book a call with me. So yeah, you can get to my calendar, and I will be more than happy to see your situation. We can talk numbers, or we can talk business, or whatever you prefer, and see if there is a fit.
Okay, and we will definitely put a website link also down to the description, so you can easily click there as well. Or if you have any questions about this presentation or this topic at all, you can also leave comments under this video, so we can ask Oleg to come back and answer those questions as well. So thanks again for coming here today, sharing your knowledge and sharing your expertise on this topic, and we hope to see you soon again.
Yeah, thank you. Hope it was helpful.
Leave a comment below and let us know if you are going to try using Search Query Performance Report yourself and implement the tips that Oleg shared with you. If you have additional questions, also leave those questions below in the comment section. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe buttons. And now check out the next video we have on our YouTube channel.